Hello everyone, this is Tricky, and I have come back from the dead. I know it's kind of been a while since my last upload. I mean, it's not too bad. Nah, it's pretty bad. If you do follow my Twitter, you may already know that I was taking a much needed break from YouTube to work on my own mentality and dealing with other things going on in my life. I was not in the right mindset to be making videos, and I didn't want to be fake and make content without any passion. You know what I mean? But I'm a lot better now. So let's talk about fusions, shall we? It's only been about 5 billion years since my last fusion video. Anyways, if you are new to my channel, I cover cool, creepy, funny, cute, and the pretty fusions. This is episode 8 of the creepiest Pokemon fusions. Be sure to check out all the other ones in the description. There is a playlist. On screen right now are the viewer fusions. Fans of the series can send me their own fusions for a chance to be seen in a video. If you would like to submit artwork to me, be sure to follow me on Twitter and at me. It is TrickyWee. Also, be sure to stick around for the end of the video. I have a little update, so please stick around. If anything, don't do it for me, do it for the dinosaur and for the cat. Let's go ahead and get started with our top 10. Taking our number 10 spot, we have a Blastoise and a Haunter fusion drawn by xKosoboro. I think their name used to be Psychic Illusions, but if you want to check out their page, it is xKosoboro. Of course, I'm a little biased. It has a Haunter in it, so obviously I'm going to freaking love it. But I absolutely love the detail, especially with the little pump things. Got some creepy gunk stuff coming out of it too, so that's always lovely. What my imagination is doing, its pumps can like shoot out little black holes. If any of you guys have ever played Stick Fight and you could shoot like a little ball and then it eventually expands to a giant black hole, that's exactly what kind of attack I imagine this thing doing. I absolutely love the detail in the face. Number 1, because it kind of reminds me of the original Haunter sprite, and the expression makes it look that much more malevolent. I absolutely love this thing. The artist did a fantastic job. All of the credits are in the description below, so be sure to click it and check out all of these people's pages and their Patreons. But the name given to this fusion is Hauntoise. Moving on to number 9, we have a Marowak and a Gyarados fusion drawn by Alex Viana. Marowak and Gyarados and Cubone and Gyarados are really common fusions that I see, and people submit them to me a lot, and I love them. Since I see so many of them, I kind of wanted to show you guys some of my favorite versions of this fusion. Honestly, if you fuse Cubone and Marowak with any Pokemon, it just makes them that much more badass because that's a freaking skull. It's kind of hard to look past that. And then we have this rendition of it. This was drawn by Broke My Mojo. Honestly, any artwork that have bone, I just have a lot of respect for, because that probably takes a lot of work. And the only reason why it's so low on the list is because I kind of want it to be my pet and it doesn't scare me, if you know what I mean. It looks creepy, but it's cool at the same time, but I'm not scared of it. I want it. And then we have this one. This one was drawn by Looney Junk, and just look at the bone work, it's insane. Looney Junk does have a Patreon and does commission, so if you would like to get some awesome artwork, be sure to check them out. There's a whole bunch of them. Moving on to number 8, we have another Marowak fusion. Instead, we got Marowak and Haunter. This was drawn by Turtle of Potato, and I love your name, by the way. And this was submitted to me on Twitter, and I love the colors. Purple and blue like this is one of my all-time favorite color combinations. This is really, really well done. To the colors, the eyes, to the teeth, and that little claw down there, it's kind of spooky. Like, if he touched you, he would probably be a good back scratcher. A name for this fusion could be Whacker, mostly because I think it's funny, and I really want its name to be Whacker. Moving on to number 7. Oh, good lord, we ain't even gonna talk about this one. Okay, the new number 7 is this amazing Entei and Duskull fusion. I absolutely love it. It looks like a very huge fluffy dog of doom. I'm actually very, very curious. Do you call the legendary trio the legendary cats or the legendary dogs? I say legendary dogs, even though Raikou clearly looks like a tiger. Or I just say legendary beasts, because that's also optimal. I don't know. Put it in the comment section below. Also, I love you all. Anyways, this is another fusion that I want to have as a pet. Low-key kind of fuzzy and cute. There's also another drawing of it. This was drawn by Ziryu. Probably completely butchered that name, but this one's also really freaking cool. The name given to these fusions are Skulte, or it could be Dusky. Moving on to number 6, we have a Grimer and a Hitmonchan fusion, drawn by Shamari Harrington. And this thing has given me some Return to Slab elements. I don't know about you guys, but if I was in the middle of nowhere in Pokemon World, I could totally see this thing wanting me to return the slab.
Return the slab, or suffer my curse.
What's your offer?
That was by far one of the scariest things I've ever seen in cartoons in my life. That thing used to scare me as a kid. Neither Grimer or Hitmonchan are ghost types, but this thing straight up looks like a ghost. And my cat just knocked over something. One moment! This would definitely be poison fighting, but we could always bend the rules and make it fighting ghost, hehe. This thing could punch you, but I've never really been punched by a ghost before. Now that I really think about it, if there was a fighting type ghost, is there a fighting type ghost? To Google. I forgot about Marshadow. I like Marshadow, little cute little marshmallow of death, but I wouldn't mind to have more. The name given to this fusion is Gretchen. Sounds like Gretchen. Moving on to number 5, we have a very hideous looking thing. We got a Pinsir and a Parasect fusion. I think anything mixed with Pinsir is just terrifying because of that mouth. I would definitely not want that in my house. Yeah, I would probably cry and let him have the house. I can't tell if those are pus-filled blisters or eggs. Though the thought of it reproducing kind of makes me want to dig a hole and never come out. Ever again. Please never reproduce, my dear sweet friend. I don't want you to reproduce. The name given to this thing is Pinsect, or hopefully dead soon. That's a nice name. Viewer discretion is advised. Even though this next fusion is very subtle, it may disturb you. So you have been warned. Moving on to number 4, we have an Alakazam and a Chansey fusion drawn by Sola Montoya. No. No. First of all, no. Second of all, why? And third of all, that's awful! This dude just ripped off a face of Chansey and threw him on his face, and now he has an egg in his spoon. Why? I mean, it's not like This is the Leatherface of Pokemon. No, this isn't like any of the other fusions. But they're still technically fused together, aren't they? Moving on to number 3, we have a Magneton and a Moltres fusion. This was drawn by Zhang Ji. Yep, I definitely butchered that name. This fusion is absolutely awesome, but there's something about mechanical creatures that really freak me out. There's something really eerie about artificial intelligence. What if machines actually do take over the world and start outsmarting humans? I feel like they would be completely OP. I'm sure most of you guys have seen The Matrix. They're not a very pretty picture. Technically, technology does rule the world right now. I mean, you're on a computer, or on a phone, or a tablet, or pretty much anything that we created. But what if they came to life and just killed us all, man? It low-key looks like a Zoid mixed with a Transformer. It's actually kind of sick, honestly. There's some different variations of this fusion. We have this one. This one was drawn by Kira Moses. What a kind soul. And then we have this other creepy noodle neck bird thing. Go live in a cave. Moving on to number 2, we have an Executor and a Duskull fusion, also drawn by Turtle of Potato. This is basically a drawing of Houndoom Kaboom's fusion sprite work, which is also friggin' amazing. Be sure to follow him for amazing sprites and all kinds of other fusions. So Turtle of Potato's fusion is absolutely amazing, but I wouldn't want to see this while going on a walk. Probably have a heart attack. Kinda looks like some psycho murderer stuffed his victims in a tree to hide them. Then it came to life to get revenge. Now these poor victims are stuck together forever until their souls are finally put to rest. That sounds kinda familiar. Is that a Ghastly back there? Kinda looks like a Ghastly just kinda chilling. Did he start a fire? Or maybe he was in a fire. We may never know. If you want to see more amazing artwork like this, be sure to give Turtle of Potato a follow on Twitter. Go, 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 go. A name for this fusion could be Executioner. Or Duskutor or something. Now, before I reveal what I think is the creepiest Pokemon fusion, I just want to thank you guys for being so patient with me. I know it's been a very long time since the last fusion video, but still, you're here, and I love you. Be sure to leave a like on the video so we could hit that goal, and subscribe if you haven't already. And also, be sure to follow me on Twitter for more fusions, updates, memes, and cats. Anyway, taking our number 1 spot, we have a Parasect and a Snorlax fusion, drawn by Alex Viana. This fusion is based off of a bloater from the Last of Us game, and even those are freaking terrifying. Bloaters are the final stage of the infected zombie things in the game, and they are very rare and extremely dangerous. The fungi acts as an armor, and if we combine both elements of Pokemon and The Last of Us, if you think Snorlax is tanky now, it would become indestructible. That itself sounds like a nightmare to me. The bloater is blind, but if it does catch you, it will rip off your jaw, or it will smash in your head and kill you instantly. I would kind of rather that one. I kind of like my jaw, you know. The good news is that it's still weak to fire, so that's always good. The Pokemon equivalent to the bloater is equally as terrifying. This really looks like colored pencils, but correct me if I'm wrong. And the art that we see on paper, both of them are really hard to do, and props to all of them. I love and hate everything about this thing, but I would definitely love to see more fusions drawn in this style. A name for this fusion could be Snorisect or Sloter. That's all the fusions I got for you today, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will actually try to get a decent upload schedule now. No more of these giant month gaps in between videos. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications of when I upload next, because YouTube system is pretty messed up right now. The next 5 videos will be legitimate, so don't worry about the hey, I'm streaming videos, because I'm gonna try to limit those. I know that most of you are probably aware already, but I have been spending a lot more time on Twitch. If you're not following me on there, it would really mean the world to me if y'all would come over and watch some of my stream. I know that they're not top 10s, but it's kind of fun to actually do something that's not that and to display my personality a little bit more. These are my emotes on my Twitch, so if you subscribe to me, you get to use these all over the place. Of course, it isn't a requirement to subscribe, but honestly, just seeing familiar faces from YouTube comments in my Twitch chat just makes me feel so happy. Especially if you pop up in my chat like daily, I will remember you. One thing that I do plan on doing is making a Patreon, and for certain tiers, I will give free subs to the people who help out. I usually stream right after I upload, so come say hello to me and tell me what you thought about this new video. Anyway, that is all the time that I have today. Again, I missed you guys very much. I love you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.